That was the perfect call out there. Once he got the blocks, he made a move, and he was headed to the end zone.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big bitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just calm.
The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. There's some space here. And he is into the end zone. Washington touchdown. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From way up at the 23. And not much on the return as he'll get this about the 23. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to
How
make
the fuck he
second
getting
down,
that fast,
second
bro?
and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
43, 43, 15.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling right, the right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Second and 11. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Okay, ready? Check right. Ready?
Cook is in. Touchdown, Washington. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Go back. 50, yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's not
this nigga, man.
Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Hey, no steal.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Set, hut. Black ultra. Hut.
Second and 14. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
Striker, 3-3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
On the set. Watch out now. 52.
They'll run with Cook. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Yellow.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Ridley.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew's got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Mahomes now to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. Yards is the distance on the punt there, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. He's been right.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because
all these niggas falling off. What the fuck?
They really become magnified.
These niggas don't want to even try to see the postseason. Man, the fuck?
You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to
That's
go.
how y'all feel, fellas. Y'all just gonna give up on me like that?
And playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Easy. Yellow. 43. 15. 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready, set.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that
Oh my fucking gosh.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes.
Damn.
Complete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
2nd and 9 now. He'll air this one deep for Anderson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
Yeah, this shit is awful, man. It is fucking awful.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Able to connect with Dotson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Pat Freiermuth from 3 yards out. And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. The point after is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now it's Mahomes again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Washington. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yes.
And now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chiefs are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be...
This sorry fat fuck.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And they'll accept that penalty. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The slot man in motion right. On 1st down, Mahomes. On the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure. They got him again. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On the set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Throwing on first down, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Down. Ready?
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And he will be taken down before that return gathers much momentum.